My boss didn't just steal from me. He stole once-in-a-lifetime Super Bowl tickets, and then smiled right in my face like nothing ever happened. So instead of confronting him, I just let him walk straight into a conference room, where his entire career quietly collapsed in under 5 minutes. If you've ever been betrayed by someone in power, if you've ever wanted to see justice served cold, clean, and absolutely undeniable, then hit that like button and subscribe, because this is one of the most satisfying professional revenge stories you will ever hear. I have been a San Francisco 49ers fan my entire life. And I don't mean the casual, I'll check the score later kind of fan. I'm talking all-day tailgates, freezing mornings, losing my voice by halftime, red and gold literally running through my veins. So when the Niners finally clawed their way back to the Super Bowl, it felt completely unreal. It was like destiny had finally lined something up just for me. At the time, I was working at a consulting firm. It was a decent job, but it was a competitive environment. Office politics everywhere. And like every firm, we had that asterisk partner. For the sake of this story, let's just call him Dickhead Partner. You know the type. Perfect haircut, perfect smile, and absolutely zero integrity. He was always networking, always strategizing, and always taking credit for other people's hard work. I was the day-to-day lead on one of our biggest accounts. The client and I worked very closely. We traveled together, had late-night meetings, and eventually we actually became friends. He knew how obsessed I was with the Niners. He'd tease me about it, send me memes, and ask for my score predictions. What I didn't know was that his company owned a pair of Super Bowl seats. We're talking 30-yard line, prime location. The kind of seats people would mortgage their happiness for. As a personal thank you for all the work I put in on his account, he decided to give those tickets to me. But here's the catch. Instead of handing them over directly, he passed them to my boss, Dickhead Partner, to give to me as a surprise. And that's exactly where everything went completely wrong. The Super Bowl came and went. The Niners lost. It hurt, but hey, that's football. I just figured it wasn't my year. A few weeks later, my client and I grabbed drinks after a big meeting. We were just having a casual conversation, laughing about the project. Then he casually leaned in and asked, "Hey, by the way, why didn't you go to the game?" I blinked. I had no idea what he was talking about. What game? He just stared at me. The Super Bowl. My stomach just dropped. I said, I didn't have tickets. The smile slid right off his face. He leaned back slowly, looking really confused. Then he quietly said, "I gave you tickets. Through your partner." Silence. The kind of cold, heavy silence that makes your ears ring. He told me to ask around the office discreetly and to get back to him. Back at the office, it didn't take long to figure it out. One of the secretaries told me everything. Dickhead Partner had taken the tickets that were meant for me and gifted them to another client. Not even a client related to our account. It was just someone he wanted to impress to get more business. In that moment, something inside me just snapped. These weren't just tickets. This wasn't just about money. This was a once-in-a-lifetime moment that he stole from me, and he did it without a second of hesitation. I thought about confronting him, yelling at him. But then I realized something incredibly powerful. I didn't have to. The client already knew something was wrong. So I sent him a simple text. "Hey, thank you again for thinking of me for the game. It looks like the tickets were given to another client." 3 seconds later, my phone buzzed. "Are you shitting me?" Then another text. "Pretend I never told you. Let me handle this." A few days later, my team got an invitation to the client's main office. They specifically requested that Dickhead Partner be present. That should have been my first clue that something was about to go down. We flew out together. He was relaxed, confident, and had that smug look on his face. He had absolutely no idea what was waiting for him. We walked into the conference room, and it was full. All the usual executives were there, but then I saw a woman I didn't recognize. The client smiled and said, "Dickhead Partner, this is Stephanie. She wanted to sit in on our meeting today. Hey up, you guys must remember her from the Super Bowl." My heart started pounding in my chest. Stephanie extended her hand toward us. "Oh, I don't think we've met. Did we meet there?" The client just laughed. "Come on, Steph. They were sitting right next to you." I spoke up calmly. "Sorry, I wasn't there." The air in the room completely changed. Dickhead Partner stiffened up. Stephanie tilted her head. "No. Those seats were filled by people from another company. By the way, why did we give them our company seats?" She paused. "There's no partnership with them. Is there?" Dickhead Partner's face went completely pale. He started to stammer, trying to find words. That's when the client turned directly to him. I gave those tickets to Op, complete silence. Dickhead partner then tried to push the blame onto me, but I just played dumb. What tickets? That's when the client raised his voice. Those were a personal gift. Did you give them away? Was it another client? Dickhead partner couldn't answer. He was trapped. The client stood up. This meeting is over. He grabbed his bag. Up, let's go get some lunch. Stephanie, you're welcome to join. Then he looked straight at Dickhead partner. I need to evaluate our firm's relationship with you. Please return home. Dickhead partner tried to follow us out. But Stephanie stopped him cold. I don't think that's a good idea. The elevator doors closed and the room behind us exploded with laughter. Over lunch, the client laid out his terms. Full repayment of the ticket resale value, which was over $10,000. An immediate payment. A written apology. And Dickhead partner was banned from his account forever. Back at my firm, the partners panicked and completely sided with me. Dickhead partner lost the client, he lost his profit share from that account, and he had to pay everything back directly from his salary. I left that firm a few months later for a much better job, and Dickhead partner? He never touched another client gift again. Watching him sit there in that conference room, sweating, speechless, trapped by his own lie. Honestly, it was better than the Super Bowl, because that moment? That was justice. Some people think power means entitlement. But karma doesn't need to shout. It just needs the right timing. And when it hits hard. If this story made you smile, if it reminded you that justice does exist, hit that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? Until next time, go Niners.